morning, last day of muzzleloader, didn't see anything. So it is what it is. So tip for the day is, when you see a deer, one of the things you want to do is, outside of trying to anticipate where the deer is going to be moving to get your shot ready, first thing I do is I start looking. I spot a deer and then I start looking around. Not moving and not moving my head, not jerking anyway, but really starting to look behind where that deer came from. See if there are more deer. If I see a buck is the first thing I see, I am definitely looking for other deer. One, I'm trying to look for does that might be with the buck that could spot me, because that's really one of the problems when you start to focus in on one deer, is that other deer could be out there and they could be eyeballing or looking in your direction, and you think I can move now because the deer I'm looking at isn't looking at me. But you could have other deer that are just eyeballing you. They blow, all the deer take off, and then you're screwed. Second thing is, you identify a deer, and it could be a doe, and you're trying to get a buck. You immediately start looking around behind that deer. And the next thing is, if you see a buck, don't necessarily get too excited that you're going to jump on that buck. Unless it's a giant monster, there may be another buck with it. Very possible, likely, actually, in a lot of cases. And it could be a bigger buck behind them. That happens a lot. So definitely don't rush things. Try to identify all the deer in the area and pick out the deer you really want to shoot. Don't rush. So that's my tip. That's one tip of something to do. Things you need to think about when you see a deer. There's all kinds of steps you're going to go through in your mind. So off to the next hunt.